Hello, Oracles. Well, not a lot going on today, but pre-market we are pushing up past $290. So we talked about last night how we had a little breakout, and we're going to see if this is going to continue going forward or if it's going to be a fake out. Now, Clueless pointed out a great point that a lot of times with a good breakout, you are going to see strong volume behind it. When you see heavy buying pressure coming in, that kind of sets the foundation for a stronger level of support. We did not get that this time around, so that's another reason why it's leading me to believe that this may be actually a fake out breakout. Again, I would still love the stock to continue running through this breakout. However, just looking at a lot of the things that are going on in the macro environment that are kind of getting ignored at the moment, leads me to believe that we may get a little bit of a rug pull coming up. I mean, we've got Jerome Powell talking about how the Fed needs to stay hawkish. We've got escalating war talks and things that are going on. We've got some of the natural gas situations that are going on over in Europe. So there's a lot of underlying macro things that are going on. Plus, we've got the midterm elections coming up. Just a lot of uncertainty, so it kind of leads me to believe that this is a little bit of a push after that massive sell-off we had for a week, and then we might see a little fall back. Again, I want us to run long-term. I love the stock, but for me, when I'm looking for a buying opportunity and just following the trends in the charts, I think this is what we are going to get. And now looking at what's going to be happening in the macro today, you're most likely going to be seeing all over the news the inauguration of King Charles today. So it's going to be everywhere. So, I don't know if that's going to end up being noise. I'm just still going to be paying attention to the Tesla specific stuff that's going on, but that's probably going to be dominating the news feeds that are going on today. So we'll pay attention to some of that because, it's really just a figurehead. The monarch over in England is just a figurehead, but, Queen Elizabeth was still a great inspiration to many people. So this is just something that's going to be, part of a lot of people's lives. So it's going to be all over the news, but I'm still going to pay attention to these little things, like Sawyer Merritt this morning tweeting about how Tesla has an intent to pursue some sort of, looks like maybe lithium refining going on down in the Gulf near Louisiana and Texas. So nothing official, very early preliminary information going on down there. Tesla is still looking at the feasibility behind all of this to see if it's even something that they want to do. But Elon had stated before, they're going to look at whatever bottlenecks they see coming up, and if there's nobody else who's going to take care of this, they will either help people to be able to overcome those bottlenecks, or they will do it themselves. And Elon did say that lithium is the largest bottleneck that they see coming up when it comes to the refining process. There's plenty of lithium all over the world. It's just a matter of mining it and refining it. And to get a lot of refineries up and running could take upwards of 10 years to get these things going. It needs to happen sooner than that in order to get this EV revolution transformation happening. So Elon already taking control of this. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about it in Master Plan Part 3 when that comes up. Should be coming out in the next month or two. But this is just a piece of that. Mass scaling, in order to get there, what do you see for the bottlenecks? Get rid of those bottlenecks so we can get there as soon as possible. And that's really what Elon's focus is speeding up the transition over to renewable energy. We are going to get there at some point, whether it's going to be now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, but the sooner we can get there, the better it is going to be for all of humanity and for the planet. So that is the whole entire focus that Elon has, is what bottlenecks can we get out of the way to speed up that transition. You hear about them talking about it all the time when it comes over to their mission and changing over the world to renewable, sustainable energy. He's like, we sped up the process by 2 years. We sped up the process by 5 years. So that's really what his focus is just speeding up that process and getting it done sooner. And there's been a lot more talks about the energy side of the business. I know that we are still relatively early on with that. I think by the time we hit the middle of the decade, it's really going to start taking off. But I think we're kind of in sleeper mode right now. I think there's a lot of stuff that is going on underlying everything with mega packs. Elon has said himself that, a lot of people don't realize that power walls are energy storage and you have energy at your fingertips when you get blackouts. Like, a lot of people just don't see that yet. So we're getting to that point. So one of the things I'm going to start doing is focusing more on the energy side of the business as well. We're going to get there. So over the next 2 to 3 years, that is going to play a major role. You look at Dave Lee and his chart when it comes to all of the S-curves, and we've got the EV S-curve that we're on right now. We're going to have the robotaxi and FSD S-curve. And then the third one, which is the third largest S-curve, is energy. So focusing on that is going to be significant. And then of course we've got AI and Optimus after that. So I'm going to start taking a lot more time on the energy. Let me know in the comments below what information you guys know about the energy side of the business. I am just starting to get into that, learning about all the mega packs, where they've got them stationed. I know that over in Fremont, they're looking to do some hiring to be able to get the mega pack factory up over there going even faster and producing even more. So I'll get specific numbers on that. I'm going to break all those numbers down for you guys as well, because again, we're getting into that point where EVs are rolling. EVs, that ball is moving right along very nicely. That snowball is growing. Now we're going to start building up that energy snowball next. And that snowball is potentially going to be significantly larger than the EV snowball. And the way I look at energy is like this. We are very early on. Think about Tesla and the EVs and many of you guys, like myself, who got into the stock a little bit later. Imagine if we looked back and said, hey, I wish I would have gotten into the stock in 2012, 2013, 2014. That's basically where we are right now when it comes to energy. We are in the early years of energy taking off. So for me, looking at these things, it's important. It's like, I now want to invest in Tesla Energy. My other reason being, when you look at, and Elon has said that without robotaxis, the EV business is going to basically be nothing. So, robotaxis are very important. Let's say, for whatever reason, that Tesla Q is right and Tesla does not solve FSD, or they're very late in solving it. Let's just, by freak chance, say that that is what happens. Well, they still have energy that they can go on. So it's not like Tesla is going to die if they don't come up with robotaxis and FSD. They've still got energy. Then they still have AI. Now, of course, AI is going to be important to have FSD in it and all that solved, but either way, energy is going to be massive. You think about, Saudi Aramco, all of the oil companies and the energy side of the world. Energy runs the world. It's not that flashy, cool car that you've got out there. No, it's energy. Like, it's something that you don't see, you just use it at all times. Think about all the energy we're using right now. I've got my lights on, I've got my phone camera on, I've got everything that's going on right now using energy. And so Tesla being able to get in and be able to provide a significant portion of that to the world, that is going to just completely overshadow EVs. So God forbid something happens and they can't get through with robotaxis and FSD, they still have energy. Of course, I still believe that they are going to be solving FSD and they're still going to be 3 to 5 years ahead of everyone else. So that just means that there's going to be even more push going up with the stock price. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Again, this is how I look at things, which is plan for the worst and hope for the best. And planning for the worst means that maybe they don't solve FSD. But we already know that the world is also transitioning over to renewable energy. So FSD or not, renewable energy sources are coming and Tesla is going to be at the forefront of that. And I wanted to take a minute to thank all of you so much for your support. We have hit 6,000 subscribers on the channel. You guys are awesome. What can I say? I mean, it is you guys and your support and liking and sharing these videos out there to get this content out. Thank you all so much. This community is absolutely outstanding, and I love all the partnerships that I have found along the way with all of you guys and other content creators. So thank you all so much. I will be on tonight with a live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll go over the charts and everything else that we had discussed over the course of the day. And then don't forget, this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to have Alexandra Mertz and Vinny from Investment Club on to discuss all sorts of things, credit ratings, ESG, lots of great stuff going to be happening over the weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat, that link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, we do have a Patreon, that link is also in the description. Thank you so much, have a great one.